Sometimes we want the child to be a doctor, imposing the goal, our own goal, on the children. The child said, I love psychology. Said, no, you're born to be a medical doctor. I hate medicine. No, you should not hate medicine. There's no choice but to be a doctor. He said, I like engineering. No, engineering is not for you. You have to be a medical doctor. Seriously. And you impose so much on the children, and the children start feeling, and that I have children who went to depression because their parents impose a major on them they don't like. So much pressure on them. Therefore, we have to remember, we have to always encourage our children to have high goals. That's true. But you should not insist it has to be the discipline. And that's why Imam Ali, one of the tabi'een, he asked his son, he said, oh, my son, who would like to be like when you become old? He said, oh, father, I just want to be like you. You are isn't that nice? He said, yes, I want to be like you. You know what the father said? He said, son, that is wrong. He said, do you know whom I used to look up to when I was young? He said, who was the person? He said, Ali, Imam Ali. And he said to, oh son, and you see the gap between me and Ali. I'm afraid that you look up to me and the gap between you and I become the same as the gap between Ali and my son. They say in a nice saying, said, shoot at the star, you might reach what? The top of the minaret. صوب نحو الثريا لعلك تصيب أعلى المئذنة. We should encourage our children to have that dreams and that goals. But we should not emphasize and say, that's what I want you to be. If you not become other than that, you are failure. That's not acceptable. Okay. The respect the choice of the. I'm talking about children when they become adult, not my 4 years old. Although I ask her sometimes just to treat her. I said, what dress you want to wear today? But all the dress is what they're within the boundaries of Islam. Although 4 years old, no problem. Or you give them a choice. If you know your daughter or your son is allergic to milk, give them a choice of food, but don't put milk on it. I said, milk is not a choice because you're allergic to it. You can teach them those kind of things so that you give them some, even a respect to teach them how you can respect their choices. As long as the choice is within Islamic boundaries. You have to tell them there's some there's circle that is not included. Out of choice. And you have to enforce and to stick to that. Okay. Now,